obi wu na wanye japade wonim say ye enough laws aye de che na japade ba ko bia President Rawlings di ja ye friend interstate succession law 111 sa law no e ma kwan say whether we fie ye di ajade o ye di WOFAASE di o sa law we ye de che japade enti free na ko untumi nkotu eyire ene nkola free fie say wo na wudi ade enti no ade no wo da bi in fact wudi ade a emra no mu no wo ye hwesofo we a caretaker enye wo na de no wo a obetimi age aboso nti ye fan say sampo e ba ne say that lumba kra oni will say dem confo speculate. I'm not sure that if that's exactly the case obi ntumi nkotu e friend say odobro ni mfifie ho na yire maami akotu ase wa so obi ntumi ntu no fitai fa fie ho na ote no de ese fata no enso obi ntumi nji mfiri nisem openso a obetimi so asan court pepepe even on this law tie interstate succession law no section 3 ne say whereas the interstate as a nipa na wawu no is survived by a spouse or a child or both say nipa no say wawu agya na yire ene ne ma and ehonoma the spouse or the child or both of them as the case may be shall be entitled to absolutely to the household chattels of the interstate inti say o nipa na wawu agya yire ne ma wa ne yire ene ma no baby a eye ne household a nipa ne ti ansa na owu no ne yire ne ma dia absolutely sana law ne che so obia ne omunim chempe obia ni mu chefa eye yire ene nkola ba isi section 3 no can say yire ene ba in the case of that lumba ni so many people omo ware mienu miensa into what does the law say nipa no ware mienu miensa law no mostly where cases say no nkofo de court no court no fa ne say asemo kan wo section 3 ne chese se na yirum ne mienu miensa still ye be che ne pepepe ama ma mienu miensa e ma ne ye nan but ye ne man so a se ne ba bi wa abonten a okowo na out of wedlock ana ne ba one ne yire nan kasa tie wo ma wo no onkola no so benya no pepepepepe esisie bi enum ye ni eyire ma ene ye ni mpna ma ene ye ni akola we de ye wo ne nchen fa ho omunyina benya no pepepepe wo hwa this interpretation, which most of the cases are court na sana court interpreting. Section 4 say, notwithstanding the provisions of this law, A, where the estate includes only one house, say nipani jadan ba kwa, the surviving spouse or child or both of them, as the case may be, shall be entitled to that house, and where it devolves to both or the spouse and the child, they shall hold this as tenants in common. Just say nipana wa wuno wuja jadan ba kwa and na yire no waka echire ana neba ana omumi enu nyina they will hold it as tenants in common che say we anyway ekola no ene omma ami nyina ye omodea akola ne po betimi akoton ne de maame ne pa ne chefa wodan ne mu no so betimi akoton ene na che say tenants in common no che so betimi enso de ama obi and oto aso bi o say B where the estate include more than one house the surviving spouse or the child or both of them as the case may be shall determine which of those houses shall devolve to such spouse or the child or both of them, or where it devolves to both the spouse and the child, they shall hold it such house as tenants in common. In this nipano we no wuja more than one house na edan no je na mienu miensa oba no ene nkola no nyina they will determine eyire no ne mma no be kire se we hwan e be fa fie we and this is the issue na etako court no because na bia if you any more than one if you no so enye pe bia is legon de ewom krasi de ewom nti hwan e be fa krasi hwan e be fa akra nti normally we no na ye court na court and the court settles these issues nti we enye problem that number ye will wanya will enye problem and na ye will so sometimes you can do partial intestate just any pano why will ba oye will ni wie no say nya agapade ba wan kwankoye de lawyer for friend codicil because oye will we are wutumi san ye paper foforo esan sesan will no ye friend codicil no e bia wan koye codicil nti che say ne will dada na na wo ho e na will na chi no so enya agapade bebre nti e partial intestate na che ne will no be control niam ya bobodin wo will no ba will na chire no and also interstate law succession law we be govern niam na aka na no de wanye will no e na onim we cry interstate succession law ye Ghana so yasan Wills Act sa ya Wills Act na kire say obi wu a na obi ti asema so person ye will terms and conditions and rules and regulations of government said there was a will no number 1 I say wo ye will no wadwene mu da clear what you say number 2 as say wo nya capacity wo tumi say wo ye will that means when you need more than 18 wo ajapade why convinced wadwene mu da ho wo pese wo kire say wo ye will eno no ye wo Wills Act a wo lawyer bia ho be kire wo se de wo se wutumi ye no ena ye won nkofo a wo ye wo no so wo so ombedi adanse san se omudi ho adanse nkofo mienu afa san nkofo na kine san executors wo mo a woni ho a ombehwe se de why aka o will nim no enye adwuma omo so omo rules and regulations e wo honom ena wo so a wawu no wo so a wo ye will no wo twro will no me dan we me ye we nyina esese wo san esese wo signature na ye clear nti omo ka so that number de na no ana ne nyom na ye na will enye true Ghana ye mfa ya no keke enye will Ghana anti say other countries say US wo betimi de wo scribble cry wo t-shirt so cry ye will but Ghana anti say Ghana no ho ye nsamanse a ye amamre kwan so will no na wo betimi de wano aye a won twro but in samanse a ye amamre kwan so will no so ye wo ho terms and conditions and rules and regulations e dey nti amamre kwan so no say mo ye ti say that number so ye aduanani wo ya kanani akanfo amamre like most in crime for anwonafo nordness wo nyina ye wo terms and conditions as I say adansefo ba ho nti abusua na ofiri mu no mpanifo a wo abusua no ba be ebi ba be gina ho e di adanse say asomasi odena no ye nsamanse o omu wie ye tu nsasi so because once a customary law dey amamre no enim ntroye nti ano de wano na beye but they were dancefo empanifo be gina odi adanse say papa na sem a o ka no enya asem keke no kan ne nsamanse na oye panifo be di ho adanse omu wie a ye tu nsasi so sa asomasi o se owu a se ne enye na japade ne ye tu nsasi so eno ansa na yakase wo de wano aye nsamanse nti nyom that lumba nyom ntumi nya we mane nye because in follow sa rules and regulation na ya mamre say we say abusua na ofuru no pani be gina ho di adanse ese se etu nsesi so in follow sa regulation no it that is succession law no dey say dey ye law no kire no e very clear part 2 Ghana Supreme Court na san ka bi o say sa ware for ware na say japade o na o maye no we dey o mo say joint property omo pese ye japade yo omo mienu omo japade a se ba akofo nso register japade no wono nko ani di mu a emra na fa ne se ba ako na ne di nka ho no ka ho enti nko a ntumi nkoton abra ba ako ne nka ho in fact Supreme Court ka so mo koti fin and fin and omo ka se human right a Ghana constitution no fo aso se oba o right so ye na japade a be man ka ho be man so o right so ye na japade a oba nka ho enti maware no e wo se mutumi kire mu pepepe ma oyire ni okunu obi ati ase se ya japade we wonka ho bra kwaku we wonka ho na momo anya na mo koya mo to asase na mo koya nkrata na mo ntro na obi ehu se we de joint property na enye wonko awo de a emom se ye joint property na ba akofo pe na ne din wo so amra ne be fan still a mo mienu na mo de anti na ba akon entumi enwia no in fact Supreme Court wo sapon case we mu okoti land law once Ghana say ye wo land law foforo ye wo asase won law foforo Act 1036 na sa law no section 38 ka say obi to asase aware for to asase for valuable consideration na say ba akopɛ edin na wom na asase mo to no bra mo mienu ma ware a de ni din ni so no emra ne be fan still and chefa wom nto nko anu ntumi nje embo so say in a conveyance for valuable consideration of an interest in land that is jointly acquired during the marriage, the spouse shall be deemed to be parties to the conveyance unless contrary intention is expressed in the conveyance. Inti asase no pese ye wonko awo de a make sure say ye asase no pese amawa ube state wo plain say we sister ya nko ade a ni kunu bra kojo nka ho ni kunu kwaku papa nka ho ni kunu kwam papa nka ho kofi papa nka ho make sure say ye pepa na obeye na sampacho ma no cause say man bebre wo siko mo mutumi ye o meja pade make sure say wo ye pepa na obema ya tro wo say we wonko awo de a be ma no onka ho subsection 4 no say where contrary to subsection 3 a conveyance is made only in one spouse, that spouse shall be presumed to be holding the land in trust for the spouses unless contrary intention is expressed in the conveyance. In this say aye assassin krata kra won kwa udi ma emra ne fa ne say wo yire no ana okunu no so kan je say o ma ye tro wa assassin paper ni mu say we de obi anka won kwa wo de enye joint property. Say free ne kokoye wa assassin krata now I am very, very careful, said the obey no. In fact, or say, except as provided in subsection 3 and 4 of 38, in the absence of a written agreement to the contrary by the spouses in a marriage, a spouse shall not, in respect of the land rights or in respect of land acquired for valuable consideration during the marriage, sell, exchange, transfer, mortgage, into or say our for Mato asase a ye joint asase, joint property. When sit down, so munim say we dey joint property a. Ba ko phone to me fa actually enkoya will. Ti ya na that number mo dey no we affect o mu case no. Ba ko phone to me fa actually enkoya will emfa mobi. Ba ko phone to me fa actually enkoton. Ba ko phone to me fa actually transfer. What you say, they will not enter into a contract for the sale, exchange, transfer, mortgage. To me fan goes here one diska, lease of land or grant of right in the interest of the land. One person cannot give away the land, the right, interest in the land, intervivals. Just all the bear by OTS no now the amount will be any intervivals no ha. And enter into any transaction in relation to the land, right or interest in the land without a written consent of the elder spouse, which shall not be reasonably withheld. Intino also to mean so nka say bia wo de edan na kwakoji loan wo bank abra ba akone nka ho eje se wo yire wo so ukuno nipa na ya aware na nipa no asan ma consent en nemom consent no pene na nipa na be pene to obi e yemfa nkoji loan yemfa nkosi awawa say no, it shouldn't be unreasonably withheld. Nipa no so otenche no to me nka se chenchene a me ma okwan ma wonton ebi a ho kira ba mu nyina mu hie sika de aya ade on to me nka se onye unreasonably wo say ya ade anyansa wom se bia ye jama ye manti na mempene so no de nyansa wom na mo se chenchene a onpene so de no de eno so law no etia we na Supreme Court aka nti we nyina no Supreme Court so opa kire se ejapade bia warefo be ye no enye automatic say by force e mumie no dia nti eno de wan kai hwe kra wo video we ma fa no to wati ko se wa ware na mko ye ejapade a enye automatic nti make sure say udin wo so se udin ni so a make sure say enti ase wo ho say e joint property e be kra mbetimi ay agreement e de ato so a che say we de joint property say me ni me kunu e na ye abom ana sorry me ne me yure e na ye abom sa na Supreme Court so science to do abuse say mpo ye japade amumie no kra maye abom say joint property a enya by force a warija ye by be chem 50-50 na chempe there be eje say wo kire say what timi am contribute and ye japade no substantial contribution say wo do ho ode aboa ana financial contribution ana ni mienu kambom a wo de ewom enye sa enye by force say be 50-50 automatic say ubenya have enye by 40 o say ye be ma according to who no contribution acho san fa she otim bi o say Supreme Court asan kire mu bi o say enye japade a mumie no mo ye no within na ware ni nyina na bra ma ware no e na ye mumie no mo dia ejapade bi wa mbe ye bra ma ware no so e be ma nko ade a ejapade bi wa ma mbe ye no bra ma ware no so ye oba nko ade enti mo pese ejapade ne mumie no mo dia mumma enye clear won krata ni mo say we die ye pese ye mie no ye dia because o say Supreme Court say eson property acquired during the marriage and eson property joint property. Mpacho ye nyina yesu misi 2026 ye be sua law because no amount of atemdidie na be stop him from learning the law. Esisi sua law na ye nya nimdie na ye jai se bibia ye de atemdidie na ye de abrambram so atemdidie nyɛ knowledge